let's go. They call him Iceman. The Iceman. I follow him as well. Go follow him. This guy's good. Let's go. Let's go.
This is the real reason that dating apps are a complete waste of time for the majority of people, and I have not seen a single person break it down like this yet. My best guess is that 5% of people on the apps are in actual relationships and they're looking to cheat on their partner. Another 15% are fresh out of a breakup. They are trying to ease their pain and get under or over somebody as are in actual relationships, and guess is that 5% of people on the apps are in actual relationships and they're looking to cheat on their partner. Another 15% are fresh out of a breakup. They are trying to ease their pain and get under or over somebody as quickly as possible. Now there's another 25% of people just looking for hookups, fun, whatever it is. And yes, I know that the apps have that like feature saying looking for something casual. But the majority of people actually looking for something casual aren't going to put that because they know their chances are way higher if they act like they actually want something with somebody.
Oh, goodness. How's it going, everybody? It's your favorite greasy Italian wop here, or Iceman as some of you like to call me, back again with the ice cold suit today. In today's video, we're talking about the absolute shitstorm that is dating apps, meeting people online, and how it's a complete and utter nightmare. As you heard the woman right there say, she's estimating these numbers of people that are already in relationships, just looking to hook up, and actually just trying to ease the pain of breakups or failed relationships. So we're going to get back into this clip. We're going to see what else she has to say, so let's go ahead and hop right into it.
Now, I'd say at least 30% of people have a dating app, but they're not actively using it. Or if they are, it's really just to match with people and message them for fun, not actively really wanting to go on dates. A lot of people just want instant validation. They just want to see what's out there. And then somewhere in that 80%, there are people that like have a situationship, are still talking to their ex, like they are looking but not really looking, leaving only about 20% wanting and actively looking for a relationship. Now out of that 20%, you have to find somebody that you're equally attracted to and like actually have potential with, which isn't necessarily the best odds. So like, is it possible to find people? Yes, of course. But because of all of these people on it for all the wrong reasons, it oversaturates the app and makes it very difficult, therefore wasting a lot of people's time.
This lady made a lot of good points. She didn't even account for the fact that there are a lot of bots. You guys have heard me say this before, and I'll repeat it until the cows come home. These apps are absolutely not designed for you to find your forever person. It's almost like they're designed for you to stay on the app. Even people in relationships, as she mentioned, are still on the fucking app. Why are people not okay with a relationship with one person? What the fuck is wrong with that? There's people that are actually going on dating apps while in relationships because they're either not satisfied or they're just looking to cheat for the cheater's high or whatever that BS is. You people are literal scum. I felt like I was a little too aggressive in some of my other videos, so I have some bisexual lighting here to soften out the video. But yeah, Hinge says on their profile that this is the app that's made to be deleted. No, it's not. If the app was deleted by everyone after they found their person and nobody came back to the app, they would go bankrupt. They don't fucking want that. Seriously, they're like, why would they want that? Why would they want to make less money when they can just keep profiting from you as a lonely person who needs validation, who needs, you know, social proof that you're, you know, worth something? And this is, we all fall victim to this. I'm not saying that if you use a dating app, you're automatically insecure, but they're preying on the occasional feeling we get that we're not enough. That's what they do. There's also the famous quote, hurt people, you understand, you know? And there's a lot of hurt people out there just fucking people over. But, bros yapping. Let's get to the next clip and see what the next guy has to say about dating apps and how they're scum.
I think dating apps are hurting young people in far more ways than just their love lives. Number one, and this is the biggest one, you are not dating people on dating apps. You are convincing them to date you. Wow. Tell me you haven't done this before. You download one of the apps, you spend like 6 hours picking out your pictures, you ask your friends for good pictures of you, you look through all the prompts, you write the best answers you can think of. You're trying to be funny but quirky but low-key chill. And after all that, you put it together in the perfect sequence, you put your profile up, you check a couple hours later, and you have no fucking matches. What's your first thought? Well, damn, something must be wrong with me. I must be ugly. I must not be funny. I must be weird. I must be just some kind of loser, right? And then your next thought is what? Oh, I just need better pictures. I need better prompts. I need to kind of update things. And then you start to realize like, oh my God, I have to like try and convince these people that they should pick me as a match, or like do something so compelling that somebody actually wants to have a conversation with me. So all of a sudden, this thing that was supposed to be exciting and promising and fun turns into a job because you have to constantly say the right thing or present the right image of yourself, or you're not going to get a response. And you're not even thinking about making good connections or having good conversations because all you're doing is constantly trying to make sure that you're being somebody that somebody else likes, even if that's not who you really are.
I don't know this gentleman's name, but he fucking knocked it out of the park right here. Think about how many times you try to pick the perfect pictures, write the perfect quote. Girls will make videos on YouTube. They'll make a whole fucking living off of this. They'll make a whole video about how this is the right edgy slogan you need to have to get people to like. You need pictures that are high quality. Don't you dare put a Bass picture in there, or none of these bitches are gonna match you. If I'm 6'4" and a D1 athlete and I have a fish picture, she's gonna swipe right. Because it's genetic determinism. I'm automatically swiping left if he has a fish picture. No, that's not true. Women break all the rules in the book if you're hot enough. You can fucking research it yourself. If he's 6'5" and looks like a Greek god, they'd be like, I like to go fishing sometimes. You just want the guy to be hot. I know I'm sounding super black-pilled here, but this is what happens when you date online. Looks are everything. People are like, oh, you just need a good personality. It's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard. It's not true. Your personality is determined by another person based on how you look. That's factual. It's scientific. Fucking research it. If you're hot and you tell a girl what your intentions are with her, she'll be like, oh, he was very direct, respectful of my time. But if he's ugly, you're going to say, oh, he's a blunt asshole. He's creepy, too. I bet he's creepy with women on the internet. Just admit it. You're shallow. We're all a little shallow. I do the same thing. If a girl's hot, I let her get away with more. We're human beings. We're mammals. We're all just animals that shit and fuck. Do you guys not realize that? That's all we are. Stop trying to be like your special snowflake. You shit, you have sex, you die, you pay taxes that get sent to... When you meet somebody through a shared community, which is how people met many years ago, your parents met that way, your grandparents met that way, but like nowadays, everybody meets on the internet and there's no community. When you talk to someone that you met at church or at college, you ever realize the conversation just flows easier? You're like, oh, it's easier to talk to. We have endless things to talk about. It's because you have a shared thing that you met each other through. If you just meet someone online, like the guy said, you're just like trying to convince them. And your looks are very important, but it's not everything when you have a shared community with people. It becomes a little bit more balanced. But seriously, hot people fuck. Hot people get away with anything. Don't believe me? Look at the way that this guy talks to this girl. You guys are going to laugh at this. It's insane.
Let's hang. It says you're 227 miles away, so you better start driving. Nah, you're driving. You're charming. Get that ass over here. Can't I have a job? Ditch. Good girl. What's my reward for being a good girl?
Bro, look at these messages. Let's hang. Get that ass over here. Ditch. Good girl. Who is this guy sending these messages? What are you, 6'3" and you're a fucking Greek god or some shit? If you're a regular dude, if you're 5'9", you work at a bank 9 to 5, you make 50 grand a year, you're not gonna talk to a girl like this and get a response. Fuck, they might even call you creepy for saying something like this. Make a regular dude, like a 5 or a 6 in the look scale, say this to a woman and see what happens. He's either not going to get a response or he's going to get reported immediately, and it gets worse. See, look at what he says to her next. It's going to blow your fucking mind.
A movie marathon booty massage combo night.
What the
That's
fuck?
it for 227 miles? And then the grand finale.
Read this. We could do more, duh, and we could end the day with you lying down and flat on your belly, spreading the cheeks, saying, whoa, 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 that's filthy. But you get the idea. He must be a model because you get away with everything if you're hot. Like, dude, the messages this guy was sending before it even got to this point, you would have been left on read fucking 8 messages ago. This guy is still texting her because he must be some Adonis-looking motherfucker. It's a Gundam is a YouTuber I like. He has a whole video about the halo effect and how guys who are like Chads have all this insane shit in their bio, like child molester and all this horrible stuff, and the girls still swipe right and want to bang the guy, even though he has an ankle monitor on. It's a great video if you want to be a little bit more black-pilled, which I am. I'm recording this at fucking 1 a.m. at the college I graduated from. This is a place I got evicted from. Take a look. Anyway, let's watch the next clip and see what the next person has to say.
So I was having a conversation the other day with one of my very close straight male friends who is single, and we were talking about dating and dating apps. And I was saying, I don't have any dating apps. I don't have the desire to be on any dating apps. I don't have the intention to go on any dating apps. And at this point in my life, at this stage in my life, if God wants me to meet a man, it will happen organically out in the wild. Case closed. I never want to be on any dating apps ever at all. And he said, good, that's healthy. You shouldn't be on any dating apps. You know why? Because dating apps are like Coco Melon for straight adult men. He said to me that the average male who's like average looking, has a good job, late 20s, early 30s, who's still single, not that there's anything wrong with that, is going on apps like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, and matching with like 30 to 50 girls per day, swiping on each and every one of them, not even seeing if they're like compatible, just swiping based on, are they, attractive enough?
Before she even finishes, That's bullshit. No average guy in the fucking universe is getting 30 to 50 matches a day. You'd be lucky to get 10 matches a day. Fuck, 5 matches a day if you're swiping on literally every single girl. Do it yourself. Make a profile with like an average-looking guy in a generic-ass job and see how many fucking matches he gets. It's complete and utter horseshit. So this woman's friend is either a dude who's a Chad who just friend-zoned her or fuck-zoned her, or he's a guy that has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. And I can prove that this is bullshit right now. So this is the graph that's going to debunk literally everything this chick just said. If you look at how men rate women, it's a perfect bell curve. You know, some of them are least attractive, some of them are most attractive, but most of them are in the middle, which is where the average lies. But for women, 27%, 31%, 23%, all of this is below the average line. 80% of men that are below average in terms of women's looks. And the most attractive people is 20%, literally. You're feeding into the red pill idea of like the top 20% of men get all the results in the dating world. This is proving it right here, at least in terms of dating apps. What's the takeaway from this video? Dating apps are a fucking nightmare. You're better off meeting someone in real life, but it's difficult. I understand it's difficult to meet people in real life, but, you know, you gotta try. And when looks are all that matters, your face is your personality, and your height is your confidence. So, is it over? Yeah, probably. Iceman, your favorite greasy Italian wop, signing out.
Go follow, guys. This is a good one. This is good ones. Alright, go follow. These are some good ones. Jeez.